Coming to you live high above Upward Star Center, court number 3, our main headquarters for this tournament. And our opening stream contest features Team Knight and South Carolina SC Supreme, led by Zion Williamson, ranked number 1, ranked number 2, depending on what website you're looking at. Ranked number 1 on Rivals.com is Zion Williamson. He's a high flyer and a block artist, as well as a slam dunk assassin in the last 12 months. Rising himself up on the social media landscape. This kid's gotten so big. At one point, we mentioned to you in April, Drake wore his high school jersey, posted that onto Instagram. Zion has offers from Arizona, Baylor, Clemson, UConn, Duke, Florida, Kansas, Georgetown, UCLA, and more. That's just naming a few of them. A smorgasbord of offers, if you will, for SC Supreme, or as we like to say here on Adidas Uprising and Ballislife.com, basically everybody and their mother is after Zion Williamson. He hasn't played since the early goings of the Dallas tournament, the first round of the Gauntlet series. Now he's back and ready to get things rolling for SC Supreme. They're 2-4. They're able to qualify, though, for the Gauntlet Series finale. They take on a Team Knight roster that registers the 8th most points scored as a team on the Gauntlet Series, 4-4 on the Gauntlet. This is what each of these teams have been waiting for since the spring. The tip is up, and let's run the Gauntlet. As Williamson will tee up a 3 to start things off. That one's left short. Rebound taken by Dontarius James. He gets the second putback to go, and he makes this 2-0 early for SC Supreme. Barrick Jean Lewis controls the far right side for SC Supreme. Now to Mame Niang. Over to Jamil Myers. Myers out to Castleton. Castleton back to Myers at the top of the key. He'll tee one up, and that one is pure. Myers with the first points of the afternoon for Team Knight, so we're all knotted up at 2 apiece. 2 halves of basketball played by each of these teams to determine who will advance and move on, as that contested shot leads to a fast break opportunity and swatted away by Williamson. It's saved, and now we'll throw it back around to Cotto. Cotto trying to find his man on the left block. Goes Barrick Jean Lewis. A little miscommunication by the two of them. Zion flying in with authority to swat that one away. And now he'll run the point guard duties. Jaquel Moody on the far left baseline, heavily pressured, now to double team. Leaves over to Darius Bozer. Now to Moody. Moody tried to feed it inside, but a foul was committed by Mame Niang, a 6'1" point guard in the 2018 class. So it'll be baseline left, possession to SC Supreme underneath their own basket. Moody looks to get it in. He finds Bozer. Bozer back to Moody. They try to feed inside the post. They do indeed. Going to work is Lawson. Lawson, extra pass. Now a mid-range fall-away jumper is misfired by James, and now Team Knight will look to push. Cato feeds to Castleton. Fall-away jumper. That's an air ball. And now we'll look to run in transition. Up the floor they go. SC Supreme all the way to the rim. A lot of contact and finishing is Akeem Lawson. The 6'7" power forward out of Sumter, South Carolina, gets his name in the stat sheet, and it's 4-2 SC Supreme. Jean Lewis, pressured by Moody, feeds over in the far left corner, over to Cato. Cato, little jab step. Now he'll pick up his dribble and switch over to the far left side. Defense trying to be locked in by Dontarius James. SC Supreme trying to get a stop. Extend this lead, sits at 4-2. A three-pointer on the far right side is drilled by Mame Niang, and give the first lead of the ball game here for Team Knight, 5-4. Moody on the far right side, off a screen from Bozer. No, he's going to sit with it instead on the far right side. Now to Williamson. They feed it inside. Kick it back out. Moody at the volleyball line. Sizes up. Works around a screen. Right elbow jumper. Too long. Rebound controlled by Team Knight. And they turn it over. Miscommunication. 3 black jerseys, 1 white jersey. Team Knight somehow finds a way to turn that ball over, and it'll go back to SC Supreme. SC Supreme has disappointed most of the Gauntlet series throughout the 2 weekends in April in Atlanta and Dallas, in part because Zion was struggling with injuries. He's now had plenty of time to recuperate and appears to be back to his normal self as they feed him inside. He tried to throw it down, but he couldn't get that one to fall. They retain possession, and now it's stolen away by Team Knight, and a foul in frustration committed by Jaquel Moody. Zion had malicious intentions on that dunk. Could not get it to fall, though. But that's the type of verticality you did not see from him towards the end of that first weekend in Dallas. And that's why you didn't see him at all in Atlanta. Castleton feeds over to Cato. Cato on the far right side. Now they give it over to Niang. Niang sizing up on Lawson, and what's the call? Gonna call a turnover to SC Supreme. It looked like it might have been a 5 seconds closely guarded call. And that was an issue initially in Atlanta because that's not supposed to be an actual whistle here inside. Or excuse me, it was indeed a shot clock violation. They have the shot clock monitors positioned away from us. And that was indeed the call there, a miscommunication by Team Knight as Lawson, trying to go to work on the left side of the block, gets it swatted away, but it'll stay with SC Supreme. Moody gives over to Bozer. Bozer now to James. James, a little bit of space and a kicked ball. It's miscalled. Instead, it'll go out of bounds. Moody will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Moody feeds inside to Zion, and a foul on the entry pass as Jameel Myers was doing everything he could to try to deny Zion the ball, forced to commit the foul there. So now we'll switch it over to the right side underneath the own Supreme hoop. Let's see who they try to get free. Lawson, give and go to Moody. Moody feeds inside. James, pump fake. Works in the high post. Missed it, left it short in front of the rim. Now Team Knight controls the board. Niang almost lost his dribble. Great defense there by Lawson. Now they feed it all the way to Jean-Louis to the rim. He finishes. And a hard fall, and now a turnover. And Cato's almost trying to turn that into a 4-point play. Zion stays up big. It's almost stripped, but the second chance opportunity placed by the heads-up steal by Cato leads to Myers getting that follow-through. And it's now 9-4, a 5-point advantage for Team Knight. Moody kicks it over to Lawson. Lawson going to work on the left post, spins. He leaves it to James, elbow. Got it. Dontarius gets that to fall. It's now 6-9 as SC Supreme has cut this down to 3. Largest lead of the ball game for either team has been the 5-point advantage Team Knight had moments ago. Jean-Louis will now reset it over to Myers. Myers to Cato. He pulls up a high arcing foot on the line 2-pointer that's misfired, and now fighting for the board for an extra possession was Castleton, and he's able to turn that into a second chance opportunity to put the lead back at 5. Zion measured out front. Fearless pressure applied by Myers. So now Zion will inbound it sideline left, shaking his head a little bit. Maybe wanting a foul call on that last possession. Zion will look to inbound it to Moody, and he does. Just at the half-court line with 20 on the shot clock. Lawson, far right side, deep lob into Zion. He gets it back, and he can't finish, too strong. Second chance, a lot of contact. He gets that one to go off glass. Zion's first points of the session, and it's 11-8. Feed inside, a lot of contact, blocked initially by Zion. But Akeem Lawson was also there, and the foul's going to go on Lawson, it appears. Colin Castleton at the line. His first free throw's good. He'll have one more. Colin, a 45% free throw shooter on the Gauntlet series coming into this ball game. And he makes them both, breaking the trend. So a 5-point deficit, still the hole to climb out of for SC Supreme. Moody controls on the far right side. Looking for an open man. And the lob it into Zion. He got free, couldn't lay it up, but his putback is pure. That's the quickness and agility of Zion on display. He knows if he leaves a shot short, able to go back and follow it before the defenders have time to react for the defensive board and finish true to make this an advantage to SC Supreme. Zion to the rim, count it, put him on the line. On both ends there, Zion Williamson. And I apologize for the scoring error there, as the in-house scoreboards have been on the fritz a bit in terms of the scoring. It's now a 2-point lead for SC Supreme. It showed a deficit moments ago, but it's now 16-14, a 2-point advantage to SC Supreme, with Zion at the foul line for an and-one opportunity to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. He's a 41% free throw shooter coming into the Gauntlet series. Leaves that one short. Tip back and secured by Caleb Cotto for Team Knight. Fitzgerald. Over to Tracy. Tracy fakes a pass, now gives to Fitzgerald. Thought about a three. Extra pass. Cato in the corner. Three in the air. Three left wide. Rebound controlled and taken by Jaquel Moody. Moody up the floor. Pulls up in transition from the foul line. Give it to Moody. Scoreboard in-house reads 14-13 after moments ago reading 16-13. So we'll keep it as them, as everybody trying to get in the gist of things here in the opening stages, first day of this tournament. Feed inside, the putback is misfired, and Jacob Tracy comes up with the board. He's thinking to try to go all the way to the rim. Picks out to Cato. Cato, extra pass to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald fakes the pass, drives, almost turned it over. Zion tried to get it, he stole it away. Now Zion's in the front court. To the rim, he's stripped. What a defensive play by Caleb Cato. He stepped on the end line, but rarely do you see a defender try to track down Zion like that, and a heads-up play to go for the ball instead of trying to meet him at the rim. He did step on the end line, though, so it'll stay with SC Supreme on this end, but an impressive defensive effort by Caleb Cato to not give up the surefire highlight play by Zion Williamson. 14-13 the score, 1-point advantage for SC Supreme with the basketball, the lob, and a dart thrown at the left side of the backboard, and now Team Knight will run in transition. Fitzgerald working the handles, feeds over to Myers. Myers, far side over to Tracy. Tracy back to Fitzgerald. Crosses on Moody. Gives it over. Three in the air. Three left short. Lawson could have controlled the board. It's secured by one of the smallest guys on the floor in the 6-foot Jacob Tracy. And an extra possession for Team Knight. Fitzgerald works to the rim. Lays it up with the finger roll like a gentleman by Jacob Tracy. Gives the lead back to Team Knight, 15-14. Moody on the far right side, 1-point deficit faced, now a feed inside to Lawson. Lawson extra pass, James three in the air, three through the bottom of the net, routed it home. First triple for James. Give the lead back to SC Supreme. Fitzgerald off a screen from Myers to the rim. Oh, it's blocked by Zion, and now we'll run in the fast break. Up the floor, misfired, falling away was Lawson, and now here comes Team Knight. Zion warning anybody on this Team Knight roster not to come in his paint. Tracy to the rim, his floater, misfired, it falls right to Castleton. Zion tried to make the play, instead Castleton will get it back. A little extra pass, great ball movement, three in the air, three through the bottom of the net, and leads to a triple from Akil Shakur, and SC Supreme wants a timeout. These teams have been working back and forth, and we'll take one as well. 18-17 the score, mid-stages of the first quarter. You are watching the Adidas Uprising Gauntlet finale right here on Ballislife.com. Welcome back to Upward Stars Center here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. 18-17 the score. 1 point advantage for Team Knight after the triple hit moments ago by Akil Shakur. Beautiful ball movement by Team Knight on that possession. SC Supreme Zion Williamson, ranked number 1 in the country on Rivals.com, controls. He feeds in the far left corner. A three is in the air, and that three is misfired. Now we'll run the other way for Team Knight. Wholesale subs for both teams. Post action by Mame Niang. Over to Cade Long. He's checked in for the first time. Drives right at Zion. His shot's wild. And now James will push. Dontarius sees a little daylight. Nice bounce pass. Moody. Extra ball movement. They kick it back around. A pump fake. Now a foul line jump shot is drilled with pure confidence by Chandler Lindsay. 5'11" guard in for the first time this afternoon, and he gives the lead back to SC Supreme 19-18. Now Fitzgerald gives over to Long. Long back to Niang. Now Fitzgerald controls once again. Off a screen from Niang. Picks it up. Back to Mame. Now to Fitzgerald with 7 on the shot clock. Does he know it? Fitzgerald puts it on the deck. Tries to step back and somehow gets free off glass and in. What a tough move by Caleb Fitzgerald. He got around 3 defenders as the shot clock was winding down, and he gives the lead right back to Team Knight, 20-19. Zion. Controls far right side. And now it's turned over. Trying to get to the rim. Bumped initially. A foul on Dontarius James. He made contact with Caleb Fitzgerald, who was thinking about a nice layup in the fast break. So it'll be a foul on the floor, and it'll stay with Team Knight, sideline right, though they're lined up in free throw position, as Fitzgerald thought he was in the act. Looked like he didn't get the shot up yet. There's no continuation here. So they're going to say instead it was on the floor, which is what we initially thought. And that's where we'll keep things. Inbound. Cato, follow it. Could not get that to go for him. And Lindsay gets the board. Up the floor they roll. James again. Same spot he hit the triple in the early stages minutes ago. And he hits another one to make it a 2-point lead for SC Supreme, 22-20. Cato controls on the far left side. Now gives over to Castleton. His triple. That one's a brick, and the rebound is controlled and taken by Norman Williams. James again. He's got 3 triples for him. Yet to miss from out there. 25-20. Largest lead of the game for SC Supreme. There's a lot of offensive confidence from this SC Supreme team. You just never got to see them in true momentum, because we mentioned the nagging injury that Zion Williamson had, keeping him out of that Atlanta series. You knew they'd be here. Despite the 2-6 record, you knew they'd find a way to qualify. Now at bat with Team Knight. Ball movement leads to a corner right 3. It's misfired, put back no. Multiple SC Supreme players there to try to get the board. It was secured by Quincy Oglesby. And he was fouled, so it'll go to SC Supreme now on the turnovers. William Norman will bring it up for SC Supreme. Norman feeds over to Lindsay. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay right here on the far left side. Lindsay will inbound. Sideline left in their front court. And now we'll see a half-court inbound set from SD Supreme. Lindsay gets into Norman. Norman sizes up. Wants to get it over to Zion. Instead, he'll bring it back. Now he does. Williamson in between the circles. Heavily pressured. Goes behind his back. Lost the handle. Great defense there by Niang. And now we'll push for Team Knight. To the rim. Too strong. Second chance opportunity. Great follow by Barrick Jean-Louis. Makes this a 1-point game, a 3-point game, 25-22. Norman gives to Zion, who holds with 20 on the shot clock. 3:35 to go here first half. Oglesby works between the circles. Now gives to James. James feeds inside to Zion. Trying to cheat the passing lane was Niang, and indeed he does steal it. Great defense once again on Zion. They got to get it across. Indeed they do. Shakur, they feed inside. The late foul call from the far left side official. They're going to get William Norman as the guilty party. Just a fourth team foul on SC Supreme. But it'll lead to a pair of free throws for Akil Shakur. He hit that triple that led to the timeout called by SC Supreme about 4.5 minutes of game time ago. A 60% free throw shooter on the Gauntlet series. He leaves that one short. Jamil Myers will check back in for team night. Meanwhile, Colin Castleton will take a seat. Shakur sets, fires, and he splits the pair, staying roughly true to his average. Jaquel Moody checks in, as does Akeem Lawson. And William Norman and Chandler Lindsay will take a seat. They did their job in the minutes, getting a little rest for Moody and Lawson. Lawson controls it. Now over to Moody. Those two subs getting freshly back in the offense. And Zion lobs it inside to Zarius Bozer. Going to call a foul inside. Oh, excuse me, they're going to call an offensive foul. A hook called on Bozer. And we'll go right back to team night with a 2-point deficit here as we approach the 3-minute mark of this first half. Shakur tees up a triple, left side, air ball. Rebound Zion. Williamson sizes up. He wants to go into that another gear. Drives all the way to the rim, off glass and in. Just like that. He decides he wants to go. He goes with authority. And that time an off glass layup puts this lead to 4. Myers gives over to Shakur. Now Niang. Niang back over to Myers. Myers, a bounce pass. Great cut and a solid finish by Caleb Cato. Cuts the lead down to 2. Zion takes a look at the clock. Now sizes up on Niang. Works off a screen. Leaves to Moody. Moody thought about a triple. Now I'll bring it back to Zion. Williamson on the far right side. Little jab step. Gives to Moody. Moody trying to lob into Lawson. They'll go in deep. Lawson. Extra pass. James thought about a triple. A lot of contact. 7 on the shot clock. Now Bozer. Bozer back to James. Left side 3. Left that one wide. Lawson tried to get up for the board. Cato controls for team night. They feed it. Niang wanted it. Pump fake. He traveled. Tried to run before he could walk on the pump fake. Didn't have his feet set. And it'll go back to SC Supreme. Under 2 to go, first half. Got to win to stay alive in the winner's bracket. And SC Supreme with that 2-point lead. Williamson. A little jab to the rim. No, he could not turn it home. Another fearless take by Zion. And he earns himself 2 free ones. That's the only nagging thing about Zion's game that's glaring. He's only a 41% free throw shooter. Granted, his sample size is small. He's only played in that the Dallas tournament, I should say. But you've seen him struggle time and time again at the foul line. And that one he hits. So the hope is that as he continues to grow, the free throw shooting gets better. And truth be told, that's not necessarily an Achilles heel to him because, again, the sample size we've seen on his free throws is small. And he splits the pair there. Lead bumps up to 3, 28-25. Jean Lewis kicks in the corner. Cato 3 in the air. 3 off the right side of the brick. But he last touched, though, by Moody. He'll stay on this end with team night. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Fitzgerald will be the trigger man. Is on the far left side. They pass to Cato. Cato mid-range. Tough contest. Tried to alter the shot. Did Bozer. But a second chance opportunity, being aggressive down there was Jean Lewis. Rebounds controlled, though, by Lawson. Now they give to Zion. Zion gives to Moody. Moody sees daylight. Falls away. Can't get that one to go. Put back, no. They're going to call a foul on the floor. I believe they're going to call a hold on Jamil Myers. Let's wait for the confirmation. Indeed, it will be. So Dontarius James out of Andrew Jackson High School in Kershaw, South Carolina, go to the foul line for two. 78% free throw shooter. That one rolls home. 29-25. 1:20 to go here first half. Largest lead of the game for either team has been 5. Held by each team once in this game. And it's back to 5 now for SC Supreme as James gets them both to go. 30-25. Caleb Cato controls on the far right side. Cato measures up on James. Waiting for a screen. He gets one from Myers. Now to Niang. Niang to Fitzgerald, far left side. Myers, they move it around the horn. Over to Jean Lewis. Great ball movement. Drive the lane. Reverse layup and put him on the line. An aggressive take and the impressive circus finish by Caleb Fitzgerald. He's going to get an opportunity at the old-fashioned three-point play to try to make this a 2-point ball game. Subs across the way. William Norman will check back in, as will Chandler Lindsay for SC Supreme. Here's the N1 op. Setting, firing. Could not go, and the rebound controlled by Zion. Fitzgerald missed the opportunity there. The lead remains 3. Williamson to Moody. Thought about a triple. He's got space. Now he'll back it back up. Sizes up on Cato. Puts it on the deck. Kicks it out, and it's stolen away. Zion in pursuit, and Team 9 almost turns it over. Indeed, they almost did. William Norman there to try to force the turnover, but it'll stay with Team Knight. Niang. Inbounds over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has on the far right side. 20 on the shot clock, 27 on the game clock. About a 7-second differential before halftime here. Castleton. Back to Fitzgerald. He was stripped on the way up, and now here comes Norman. Norman seeing the floor, weaving in and out. He's blocked from behind, did not see Castleton. The good news is, though, it gets an opportunity for SC Supreme to reset their offense now in the half court. Maybe try to utilize Zion's size inside, though the towering presence of Mame Niang has been a good matchup down low in the post. Norman tries to get it in. They'll lob it deep all the way into the late stages of the backcourt to Lindsay. Now to Zion. Zion around a double team. He scoops shots and misfires wildly. It's a dart, and now it's a 3-on-2. Niang to the rim, lays it up like a gentleman off the backside of the brick, and ends the first half. Make it 30-29. Cutting this deficit all the way down to 1 is Team Knight. Despite the impressive performance to this point by SC Supreme's offensive attack, and Dontarius James, 15 points to lead all scorers. A 50% three-point shooter in this game, 3 of 6 from the field. Meanwhile, 6 points there by Caleb Fitzgerald. We're going to step out for this brief halftime, about 2.5 minutes or so. Again, at the break, SC Supreme leads Team Knight 30-29. You're watching Adidas Uprising Gauntlet Series finale right here on Ballislife.com. Welcome back to Upward Stars Center for the Gauntlet Series finale. The main talk of this specific game, despite the fact that it's Dontarius James leading the way, the national headline grabber for this SC Supreme team is Zion Williamson, and a solid start for him, returning back from the injury that kept him out of the Atlanta edition of the Gauntlet Series. He had 9 points in that first half, and Williamson in general showed off in that first half his incredible athleticism, his versatility on both ends of the floor, on the offensive end and the defensive end. A spectacular SWAT in that first half. Fearless takes left and right from him. And truthfully, even though this is only a 1-point game, the lead for SC Supreme, this team was a unit lacking identity on the offensive end of the floor without Zion out there. You could see it, and that's why they went 2-6 in the Gauntlet series. That's why they went 0-4 in Atlanta. You take out Zion out of this team, and there's a lot of quality kids on this SC Supreme team, but you take out the heartbeat of this roster, and everything is thrown to shreds. Now that he's back out there, you see the offensive movement a lot better. People have to focus on Zion more, and that's what's been able to open up Dontarius James, who's hit quite a number of triples here as we get the second half underway. 3 of 6 from the field, 15 points for him. And he's helped contribute as well to this SC Supreme 30-29 lead. Point being, Zion Williamson opens things up offensively for SC Supreme, and that's who they're going to try to rely on to open things up once again here in this second half. As a travel, first turnover of the half committed by either team. Caleb Cato turns it over, and it'll go to SC Supreme. We mentioned James, 5 of 12 from the field. By far more shots than any other player by 3 shots, as Zion's 4 from 9 in that first half. And Moody gives to Zion on the far left side. Williamson high off the glass, no good. Put back, no. Got a third chance at it. A lot of contact. Sent him to the foul line. Williamson's 1 for 3 from the charity stripe in this ball game. Nine points, 5 boards for him. 2 free throws upcoming. Zion, of course, a smorgasbord of offers on his plate, rightfully so, the #1 ranked player on Rivals.com, and you can only see it slightly on your cameras, but there's a lot of college scouts, but there's also a lot of different team members all across the exterior of this court 3 as Zion hits them both. This is a multi-purpose facility, so there's 4 courts in operation on either end of this building, and there is just a massive amount of humanity all around this court to get an opportunity to see Zion. As a turnover committed by Team Knight gives possession right back to SC Supreme, 3-point lead in hand. Lob to Zion, gets it inside, a lot of contact, and it's going to be last off of, let's say, the leg of Zion. It'll go back to Team Knight. But again, you're looking at your screen, that far right corner, whenever you see down there, it's just crowds of people. It's not like that on these other courts right now, that because there's not that many games going on, but also because Williamson is out here. As Cato tees up a triple and rattles it home. Cato's got 5. He was 0 for 2 from beyond the arc prior to that one. And he knots us up at 32 apiece. Williamson feeds over to James. James now to Bozer from the foul line. Give it to him and give the lead back to SC Supreme, 34-32. Niang over to Jean-Louis. Now back to Fitzgerald. They're working around the horn. Cato, same spot. That triple rolls home for him as well. He was 0 for 2. Now he's 2 for his last 2. They somehow squeaked that one into Zion. Williamson gives to Moody. Moody over to Jean-Louis to try to answer. To James to try to answer the contest there by Jean-Louis. And now we'll run it up the floor the other way. Fitzgerald, extra pass, tried to find Cato again, but it was wild to the far left side. We'll go back with SC Supreme. There's another look at Cato's 3-pointer. Again, we mentioned he was 0 for 2 in that first half and has hit his last 2 triples from beyond the arc. It's a lead for Team Knight, 35-34, and a turnover now. Team Knight once again. Zion chased it down but could not block it, and there's going to be a foul in the act of the shot, I should say. The issue from the Team Knight coaching staff was that they thought Zion's block hit the glass and altered the shot. They're not gonna get that call, as it was live in moment. The officials are discussing it right now, but you can't go back and change that. And indeed, they're going to keep it how it is. It'll stay team night basketball. Try to get it inside to Cato. Instead, they turn it over right back to SC Supreme. Give team night credit, though, especially Caleb Cato. His 2 triples in this first half, excuse me, in the second half, I should say, have made this a 1-point lead for team night after they trailed for about the 6-minute mark onward in that first half. Trying to go to work is Lawson. He spins and finishes. Lawson's got 4. The lead's back to SC Supreme. A quality heavyweight match between these two teams to start off our streams here at Upward Star Center. Jean Lewis gives over to Cato. Calls out a play for team night. Look to roll a screen from Niang. Trying to get around it. Cato is able to find Jean Lewis, but he turns it over. It's scooped up right by Bozer. Now James. James feeds. Great pass, but a good contest by team night. Loss is able to get it back, though. Now they'll reset to Moody. 17 on the shot clock. Never hit the rim, so it stays rolling. Moody off a screen. Tried to find the pick and pop right there to Bozer. 10 on the shot clock. Bozer back to Moody. Forces it into James. James spinning to the rim. Circus shot, no. And another opportunity. That's a great contest by team night. And they'll secure possession to bring it up the floor. Will Caleb Cato. Cato on the far right side. James pressuring. Now they give over to Castleton. Around the horn. Beautiful ball move by team night. Extra dish. Castleton is going to be fouled by Bozer. Zion was flying in to try to get the swat. Either way, as you see Williamson flying in there, but the foul initially called there going to go against Bozer. Castleton to the foul line. He gets that one to fall. He's a perfect 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. One more upcoming. He knots things up at 36 and can break the tie here with one more. Castleton sets, fires. No, we'll stay tied at 36. Approaching the 12-minute mark of this ball game. Norman feeds to Moody. He goes reverse and gets it to fall off glass. 38-36 now. Shakur off a screen. Moody stays with him. Now gets around him. Shakur kicks it out. Cato thought about a triple. Castleton, left side triple. Left it short. Falling in is Cato. He follows it. No one boxed him out, and he gets it to go. 38 all. Norman, far left side. Great defense by Castleton. Might have got a little jersey there, but either way, knocks it away to front for position. And Norman inbound. Sideline left. Almost like a corner kick. If it was soccer involvement, they'll lob it over to Williamson on the far left side. Zion off a screen. Rolls away from it. Pump fake. Now he hangs and fires. Finishing. Williamson's got 13. The lead back to team night, 40-38. Cato, 3 at the top. That one's wide to the right. Norman the board. Norman to Zion. He tried to lead him with it, but a little too much mustard on it. Sends it back to team night. You can tell now early on in these tournaments, like the first weekend in April when we call these games, chemistry is the biggest thing. Trying to get these guys together to be moving and know essentially what their forwards and centers are thinking. That time, they were on the same page with Norman and Williamson, but just a little too much. As Cato, another 3. He loves that left side, rattles it home. He's 3 for 5 from beyond the arc, 3 for 3 in this second half. The lead is 1. Lob into Lawson. Lawson, a lot of contact. He loses the basketball. Cato trying to save it, and he stays away from the end line and sideline to give possession to team night. Cato off a screen. Now to Niang. Niang trying to find a cutter. He'll tee up a triple. That one's off the left side. Williamson says, that's my ball. Zion puts it on the deck. He goes up in the air to the rim, misfires, and it's going to be last off of Niang, staying on this end. Zion didn't have the best position initially to grab that board, and instead he just clamped his hands together and said, "That's my basketball, I'm running with it." Norman, he'll be the trigger man. They try to free up Zion. Instead, they'll get Bowser free, but his mid-range jumper just inside the three-point arc is no good. 41-40, Team Knight with the advantage in the basketball. Shakur lost it right to Bowser. Stripped it to Castleton, and he finishes. He caught Bowser napping after the initial steal, and he makes it a three-point lead. What a heads-up play. Lindsay gives to Zion, a three-point deficit under the 10-minute mark of this ball game. Zion crosses over to the rim, off glass and in. You can only hope to contain him. Cato sees space, now feeds over to Tracy. Tracy inside to Myers. Myers spinning, hanging, no, rattled out. And Norman scoops it up. Down by 1, 9.5 to go. They give it over to Lindsay. He'll tee up a triple. He got it to go, nothing but nylon. 2-point lead for SC Supreme. Cato, extra pass, too wild. He made the right basketball play as Lindsay was closing in to make the defensive stop, but a little too much mustard on it. Sends it back to SC Supreme with a 2-point lead in hand. Zion, and looks like a timeout for subs, I believe. Maybe not. I don't know what the... Unsure what the official stoppage was there, as there were no actual subs crossing forward, as Team Knight wanted to get in a substitution, but everybody will have to wait. We'll take a seat and reset things with Zion. Zion spins to the rim, counted, put him on the line, absorbing contact like it's nothing, bouncing off it like a pinball, and able to get it to go off the glass for an old-fashioned three-point play. There's no stopping him. If you're unable to stop him on that initial one-on-one, he absorbs that contact and goes to the rim with ease. Good to have you back, Zion Williamson. One more upcoming for him. The and one, I should say, and he left that one short. Castleton the board. After the dust settles, is a 4-point lead for SC Supreme, 47-43. Long leaves it to Myers. Myers sizes up on Williamson. Now they feed over to Castleton. Castleton turns around, lost it, and he's fouled. So Castleton will earn himself some free throws. He's 3 for 4 from the foul line in this ball game and left that one short. Castleton listed as a 45% free throw shooter coming into the Gauntlet series. Three for 6 to this point with one more upcoming. 4-point lead for SC Supreme. Castleton measures, fires, left that one short as well, but crashing the board. No, they're going to call it a lane violation, I believe. If not, a loose ball foul. Too hard to tell from our vantage point what the official call was, so it'll go to SC Supreme off of the violation. Quincy Oglesby in for the first time, and no 5-second call is called. Or was it a timeout? There was an errant whistle on the other court. It was a timeout, so we'll take one as well. 47-43, the score, 8:47 to go here in the ball game. SC Supreme holding that 4-point advantage. You're watching Upward Stars Center live with the Adidas Uprising Gauntlet Series finale on Ballislife.com.
What's up? This is Dame Lillard. I want to invite you all to come hang out with me and the rest of my Adidas family at Level 3 in Las Vegas, July 27th and 28th. see you there.
Welcome back to Upward Stars Center. Timeout just finishing up there by SC Supreme. We'll have to go the length of the floor once again as that timeout was called before the basketball crossed half court. Zion Williamson, who has 17 points in this ball game, will be the trigger man for SC Supreme. Followed closely by Dontarius James. He had 15 in that first half. Been scoreless in the second. Under 9 to go in this ball game. And an issue with the officials right now. I'm not sure if it's a substitution issue or a clock issue. As the head coach of SC Supreme negotiating something right now. They're going to say they did not sub Zion in time. I don't know how somebody caught. It's so hard to tell how the officials would catch. Either way, apparently an illegal substitution made. It was a timeout, so I don't understand unless they're saying that either way, it'll go back to SC Supreme. And rising, firing, and misfiring was William Norman. So Zion will wait to sub in. And Jean Lewis will roll for Team Knight. They work it over to Cade Long. Long off a screen. High arcing three-pointer. Misfires. Big boy rebound by Myers. Falling away. Left it off the front of the rim. And capturing the board was Norman. Norman gives it up to Oglesby. Now they feed inside the post. James gets his first points of the half. He's got 17 right there with Zion now, the leading scorers for SC Supreme. 6-point advantage. Team Knight trying to cut away it. Jacour feeds to Castleton, spinning in the lane, a lot of contact, and they'll give him the whistle. As Castleton trying to drive there, enough contact though to send him to the foul line. So Collin will go to the charity stripe. He's 3 of 6 there today, make it 4 of 7. Give him 8 points and 7 rebounds. Trying to make this a 4-point ball game as we're under 8 to go. Setting, firing, and hitting. Both of them was Castleton. He's got 9. The lead's down to 4. Norman turns it over. And it will not lead to a bucket. It was a 3-on-1. Unable to score was Team Knight. They do contain possession, though. Jean Lewis to the rim, off glass and in. Making a 2-point game, 49-47, as a trap executed to perfection on William Norman. Now they give it to Zion. Zion feeds over to Lindsey. Lindsey, he'll step into a triple. That one left short. Quick shot. Team Knight liking that. And Jacour controls the board and the offense. They feed over to Myers. Myers gives to Long. Long might have walked with it. Instead, they're going to call a foul as he tried to split 2 defenders. It's on Zion. Williamson trying to clarify exactly what he did wrong there. So Cade Long will go to the charity stripe. No points for him. First free throws of the contest for Cade. And he gets that one to go, nothing but nylon. One more upcoming for Long. A 50% free throw shooter on the Gauntlet series coming into this ball game. He gets them both to go. That one right through the ocean. Not a single touch of rim on that last free throw. We're all knotted up at 49. Lindsey thought about another triple. Instead back to Zion. Zion sees some space. Now heavy pressure applied by Long. Zion kicks to Lindsey. Thought about a triple. Now back to Williamson. 13 on the shot clock. Zion working. He'll rise. Fire. Left it wide. And skying high for the board is Cato. We're still tied at 49. Caleb feeds. Baseline. Now they kick it. Long. Left corner 3. In and out. Rebound controlled by Lindsey. Chandler measures up Jean Lewis. Now over to Zion on the far left side. Off a screen, back to Lindsay. Lindsay works around a screen, left double jumper, swatted away by Calston. Great defense, but SC Supreme's back on the defensive end. Calston trying to go all the way to the rim and swatted away by Zion. No, they're going to call it a goaltend. They're going to call that one a goaltend, I believe was the official call on the court. I'll let you be the judge of that at home. I don't know if that ball was on its way down or not. I'll have to let you folks at home be the judge of whether or not he committed the goaltend there. Officially listed as a goaltend here inside Upward Star Center. As Zion, to his credit right now, 17 points on 7 of 6 shooting. The lead now belongs to Team Knight. Regardless of a goaltend or not, you just saw Zion's athleticism at its purest form on that block. And here's the thing. If it was a goaltend, you saw how high up he had to go to interfere with that shot. End of the day, it's a 2-point lead for Team Knight. Out of the timeout. And they'll have Dontarius James be the trigger man for SC Supreme, as it will be Supreme's basketball after the timeout. Niang heavily pressuring. He knocks that out of bounds on the initial inbound. We'll try this again. James inbounds to Moody. Moody bumped out of bounds by Long. Tried to hit stick him. So it'll be just a slight movement up the floor. Still in the backcourt. James Limbound, sideline left. Into Moody. Moody gives it to James. The trap overplayed by Niang. Now James has some daylight. He'll feed it mid-range. That one too strong. Zion skying high for it. He didn't see James still there. So instead the rebound falls to the ground off of the shoe of James. The leg of James, I should say. And so it stays with Team Knight. Jean Lewis feeds over to Cato. Cato waiting for some offense to develop. They give it to Niang. Niang picks it up. Now to Long. Long feed inside, and from behind, a foul called on Bozer. He was fighting for position with Colin Castleton. As even though the records show Team Knight as the favorite, SC Supreme with Zion Williamson, a heavy tournament favorite in this end. Cato trying to extend the lead, and he does. Largest lead of the ball game for Team Knight, tying that largest lead. They haven't held a 5-point advantage since the early stages of the first half. Moody tries to answer with a triple. That one rolls off the rim. Last touched by SC Supreme. And there's another look at Caleb Cato's triple. He's 4 of 7 from beyond the arc after starting 0 of 2. He's gone 4 of 5 in this second half. Cato again left wide open. Money! Nothing but nylon. Cato putting on a show. Timeout. SC Supreme, largest lead of the ball game for either team at 8. 57-59. We'll take one as well. 57-49, 8-point advantage for Team Knight. You're watching Adidas Uprising Gauntlet Finale on Ballislife.com. back at Upward Stars Center as Williamson drives all the way to the rim and gets it to fall. Now on the other end, off the glass and in by Barrick Jean-Louis. An 8-point advantage for Team Knight, and Zion, being a little over aggressive, turns it over back right to Team Knight. Largest lead of the game for Team Knight. Here, 59-51, an 8-point advantage. Cato steps it back out. Doesn't want to utilize the screen. Instead, he'll handle his dribble and find the open man as Jean-Louis. He'll tee up a triple. That one too long, and securing the board was James. Zion from the volleyball line. Money! They needed that one. Now only a 5-point deficit, 59-54 as we approach the 4-minute mark of the ball game. Fitzgerald to the rim. A lot of contact off glass and in. Zion sees a 7-point deficit, puts it on the deck, kicks it. Good pump fake. Triple high in the air. A lot of contact and a foul called on Niang. Just what Chandler Lindsay wanted. Lindsay gets that first one to go. That one falls. Hensley will have one more. That one falls. Quincy Oglesby's checked back into the ball game during that brief stoppage. And a foul committed by SC Supreme. No need to do it. Only trailing by 4 with plenty of time left. Whether that was because they were out of sorts on defense or what. It'll stay with Team Knight sideline right. I believe by the official's discretion, indeed, that's why I was initially shocked by the foul. Team Knight, or excuse me, SC Supreme now in the penalty. So it'll send Team Knight to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. Fitzgerald, an 85% free throw shooter on the gauntlet. Sets, fires, got it. Still plenty of time left in this game. A 5-point advantage. Caleb Fitzgerald will have one more. Sets, fires, got that one to go. The 85% free throw shooter stays true. And subbing out is Quincy Oglesby. Subbing in Trevor Hensley. Hensley gives over to Zion with 3:45 to play, a 6-point hole to climb out of. And Williamson, who hasn't really played with this team since that Dallas series, get them back to where they need to go. That's a good start. He hits the triple right there on the far right side. And making a 3-point game. Zion really showing his versatility on display. You haven't seen that jump shooting takeover ability, at least on a Gauntlet series broadcast to this point. And now showing off the full arsenal of weapons to make this a 3-point game. Fitzgerald gives to Cato. Cato heavily pressured. Ball denial initially there by Hensley. And a turnover by Team Knight gives a little bit of life right back to SC Supreme. Another look. Zion will inbound the basketball. Hensley to Zion. Zion scoops to Moody. Moody sees Zion behind him. Thought he might try to pull up for that. And it's a 4-on-1. They don't know it. One of the defenders for Team Knight wasn't even in the play. Zion didn't see it. He'll take it to the rim. It doesn't matter. Make it a 1-point game. I've never seen that before. They had a 5-on-4, did not know it, and Zion decided, you know what, I'm going to take it myself. 63-62, 1-point lead for Team Knight. Down by as many as 8. SC Supreme trying to come all the way back. Zion locking in on defense. They lob it in. It's knocked away by James, but somehow Calston gets it back. Stripped by Zion, and they're going to get him on the foul. Is it Zion or is it James? Let's see. They'll give it to Dontarius. So James commits the foul, and Calston's going to go to the charity stripe, where he's 5 of 8 in the morning. A lot of heart here from Colin Castleton. And he's not letting anybody take advantage of it inside, utilizing his size to perfection. He misfires on that free throw, though, and the lead stays at 1. Make him 5 for 9 here in this opening round contest. They'll have one more. Mame Niang checking in for rebounding purposes right next to Zion. Castleton, one more, sets, fires. He got that one to roll, so it's now a 2-point lead for Team Knight trying to hang on. SC Supreme trying to get back the lead. They give it to Zion at half court, pressured by Niang, and he lost it, but they're going to call a foul. Niang got him on the wrist, much to the dismay of Niang and teammates on the floor. So 2:11 to go, 2-point ball game. Moody inbounds in the backcourt to Hensley. Hensley to Zion. Zion heavily pressured by Niang. Now bring it back out. 23 on the shot clock. Zion kicks it out. Hensley, pump fake. 3 in the air. Give him the lead. Stepping into the triple, Trevor Hensley. He's got 11, and it's a 1-point lead, 65-64, under 2 to play. Fitzgerald working around a screen from Niang. Let's see how they respond. Fitzgerald leaves it. Now Niang has it. Heavily pressured by Lawson. Far left side. Cato thought about a triple. Puts it on the deck. To the pump fakes. Gets Zion off his feet. They don't call it, though. He got him off his feet, but they don't get the whistle. And Williamson has it now. Over to Hensley. 1:30 to go. Hensley to Zion in between the circles. He sizes up on the smaller Jean Lewis. Now they apply a double. He gets it over to Moody. Moody puts it on the deck. Now they have a little bit of action now to Hensley. 7 on the shot clock. They got to move. Hensley doesn't know it. Hensley does not know it. Hensley does not know it. He rises. He fires. He hit it. Oh, my word. Trevor Hensley had no idea about the shot clock, and he hits the triple to make this a 4-point game. Oh, my goodness. Trevor Hensley from the parking lot of Upward Star Center, and he's made this a 4-point lead for SC Supreme. Timeout taken by Team Knight. Under a minute to go. The way the shot clocks are positioned, they're on the scorer's table, and that's it. There's none on the building, so the far sides of the building. So if you're on the court, if you don't look left, you have no idea where that shot clock is. And as the clock was winding down, someone told Hensley to just throw it up. And he did, and got it nothing but nylon to make this a 4-point game. The timeout was taken by Team Knight. SC Supreme utilizing all of it. 68-64, my goodness. Let's see what Team Knight can do. 4-point deficit, they need a bucket. Cato tries to answer for 3. That one's too long. Rebound will fall right to Fitzgerald. Back to Cato. He thought about stepping into another one. This time he'll run a floater, in and out. Rebound falls right to Moody, and he's fouled. They were down by 8 moments ago. And now flipping the script, they lead it by 4. Fouls to give still, though, for Team Knight. 40 seconds to go. Bozer checks out. William Norman checks in. And a timeout taken We'll keep it here. Williamson with 27 for SC Supreme. Dontarius James with 17, but arguably the biggest bucket of this ball game. Trevor Hensley's miracle heave between the circles. Give him 14 for the ball game. He's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. And could be the difference maker in this ball game. SC Supreme giving defensive instructions. Here's the biggest thing with this team, and it speaks volumes of what they were without Zion. Because there's great individual players here, but how SC Supreme becomes a potential championship team is if Zion's out there. They go 2 of 6 in the Gauntlet series, 0 of 4 in Atlanta because he doesn't play in a single game. Now he's back, healthy. And they're trying to hang on with a 4-point lead in hand. Team at night, meanwhile, still a lot of time left, but they have to get a stop. The efforts of Caleb Cato with 19, Colin Calston with 12, and Caleb Fitzgerald with 10, trying not to go unrewarded. Lob to Moody, or cross-court pass to Moody all by himself, I should say, and he brings it back out, trying to force him to foul him, and Cato commits the foul. So Moody will attempt his first free throws of the ball game. He's a 44%er on the Gauntlet series. They tried to sub Bozer back in, and indeed they will. Subbing out the smaller William Norman for defensive purposes. So here goes Moody, 1-and-1 opportunity. Team Knight needing a miss. SC Supreme trying to put it in the cooler. He missed it, and the rebound controlled by Niang. They got to hurry. Jean Lewis sees daylight to the rim, too wide. He misfires, and now Zion controls it, and a foul committed by Caleb Cato. Williamson 3 of 6 from the charity stripe in this ball game. He's got 27. And the way these final 25 seconds roll lie in his hand. A good, smart take by John Lewis on the other end, but just a bit wide. Zion, another 1-and-1 op. He got it. 28 for Williamson. One more for him. Zion sets, fires, got it. Might have put this one in the cooler. Still a 2-possession game, 70-64. Shot clock is off, 20 seconds to go. Fitzgerald has to get separation, and he lays it up. It's swatted away by Bozer. They lob it ahead to Zion. Zion to finish, the exclamation point. Put him in the coffin. Zion Williamson, the flush with authority, much to the delight of this capacity crowd all around Upward Stars Center. And that one will all but do it. 72-66. The layup will count per the officials. Either way, though, Zion Williamson's dunk and the three-pointer by Trevor Hensley to essentially put this game out of reach, give SC Supreme the victory in our first stream here on Ballislife.com and advance them in the Gauntlet Series finale bracket. Again, the final, SC Supreme wins it 72-66. Stay with us, plenty of broadcast left to take care of. You're watching the Adidas Uprising Gauntlet Series finale right here on Ballislife.com.